Hello and welcome back. My name is Shadow. This is the first of the two coloring videos for the Cyclops. I'm going to apologize right now. I'm doing voiceovers while I'm flaring, so I'm going to sound like much more of an idiot than usual. I'm really sorry. So, that aside, for this drawing, I didn't want to do a standard skin tone because A, that's all my other pictures ever are, and this one is a monster. It's a Cyclops. Why give it a regular skin tone? So I went through my colors and I kind of took a look at a color wheel just to get an idea of what colors go best together and whatnot. I settled on the blue because I like blue, and green kind of felt too ogre. And the only thing was with the blues, I don't have a lot of shades of blue. So I put together a few of the ones that I did have because I always start with the lightest tone, which is also like a borderline highlight. Then I go mid-range, darker shadow, and then darkest shadow. So I usually have 4, but the colors I had where I had that 4 range was actually, they were all very dark, but they had a lot of undertones of gray, which was really nice because it put it more skin tone and less Yeti. The rest of it I kind of had to blend with the blue, and I was thinking of like bright hair colors or something like that, but once again with the story element I was going for, it doesn't make sense to have all these natural colors, all these darker colors, and then have like bright yellow hair or bright orange hair or something like that. This one is another one that doesn't have a background, and when I do scan it and either make prints with it or whatever I'm planning on doing with it, I'm gonna have to slide it a little bit to the right, because when I transferred it, because I do everything in a sketchbook and then I transfer it through my light table to either Bristol or cardstock. These ones I was doing cardstock because there's a lot of them, and with my plans of filming and just everything else, it was just easiest. And cardstock is not bad. It's not the greatest, but it's really not bad. When I did transfer this one, I guess I somehow screwed it up and I put my page too far to the one side, and she's very, very off-centered. With that being said, if anybody's ever interested in a transfer video on how I get the sketch from my sketchbook to the paper, I would be more than willing to do that, but I'm not going to do that on my own. That's only if people are interested, because that's a whole bunch of extra work. Because right now, I'm trying to film as much as possible, because we do have to move in a few weeks, 21 days actually. And as of right now, we do not have another place to go to. Awesome housing market, yay! So we'll be staying with friends. So it makes it a little bit harder to film. I will if I have to, but that's why I'm trying to do as much filming here as I can. The videos will still be, Tuesdays and Thursdays, so a lot of the finished pictures will probably be up on my Instagram before the videos are up, but I always mention it on my Facebook, which the link is down in the description, if anybody wants to kind of keep a heads up on what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, when to expect it. That is on all my social media, which is also down in the description. Oh, and I know I don't discuss like the actual colors I'm using, mostly because I'm not that good at this. I'm still learning. But if anybody did want to know the actual colors that I'm using, drop me a comment or comment on any of my social media, and I will start mentioning, or I will take photos of what colors I'm actually using. Because once again, I'm not really good at this. I'm still learning. I'm only a couple years into using Copics, and only like 3 years, I think, into actually trying to do this professionally. So I'm still learning, and I'm still not that great, but these videos give me a chance to actually learn what I'm doing and to practice more. So you guys are stuck with that. This photo, or this, yeah, I guess you could call it that. When I first started, I was a little worried about putting it on YouTube because of what it is, so we'll see how this goes. But I actually rather enjoy this one. Through working on the Monster Girls, I'm pushing myself to do new perspectives, new color combinations, new everything. So I really like this one. I think I mentioned that last video as well, in the inking video. I do believe in that one I discussed a bit about the style and how many changes it went through between concept to here. And once again, once I'm done all my layers of color, I do go over with my my base tone. It doesn't really change any of the colors. It just kind of blends them together, so you don't have that hard edge between color changes. I do that for pretty much every layer of color I do. I do my first 4 to 5 color changes, and then I go back over the base. The only one I don't really do that with is hair. And that's because your hard layers between the colors is actually kind of what you want. You can look for the second video of this up on Tuesday. So I'll leave you guys with the rest of this video. I swear to God, eventually I'm gonna have something besides white noise in the background for the rest of them eventually. The reason why they are quiet like that is because I'm usually listening to stuff, and there's a lot of background noise in the house. I do have 2 cats. So the videos are just really loud and kind of annoying. So I mute all the sounds. That's why you guys have a voiceover. But I'll leave you with that. And if you enjoy my videos and want to stay on top of them, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. And you can check out any of my social media, because on top of reminding when the videos come up, I also have finished pictures, staged pictures. Any conventions I go to, I take pictures. So that is all out there for people to see. So thank you guys very much, and I will see you next time.